The soil is a little different over here.
Okay.
We just need more time. It's made a few fruit. Not fantastic. The fruit are great,
Yeah.
but not that productive.
I haven't tasted lemon zest, but I did pick up a couple of trees.
The fruit
Try
is
it out.
really great,
Yeah. Okay.
but I think Sweet Tart beats it by a mile as far as because of the production.
Oh, okay.
It's,
How's the flavor? Is it comparable or different?
It's not lemony,
Oh, okay.
but I've had a lot of people try them, and nobody said, I don't like this mango.
Oh, interesting.
Everybody likes them because it's an intense flavor.
Oh, okay. Is it like a true mangoey flavor?
It's true mango.
It sounds weird, but my wife said when we went to go pick up a bunch of a variety of mangoes, we were asking around for early fruit, late season, all that. And then my wife's only request when she asked, she goes, "I want a mangoey mango flavor."
Mm-hmm. It's a mango flavor, but it's got intensity.
Okay.
It's both sweet and tart,
Okay.
which is a great name for it.
How much fiber does it have?
None. It's,
Really?
It's perfect.
Oh, wow.
You can't ask for better.
Yeah, I mean,
And
definitely.
the production is way up on them.
Look at that clutch.
Sometimes they get bigger. They can get bigger.
And this is a lemon zest, right?
This is
Or
sweet tart.
sweet tart.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
and
do see a lot of fruit on it.
and it needs pruned back. This particular one is under the ice cream bean, so it's kind of growing higher than it should.
Right.
That's probably more typical of
Right.
what you would see in
Branches
a 5-year-old.
out a little more.
But they did get set back a year.
Okay.
We had the full. Look at this one. It didn't break the branch. Yes.
Oh. Is that because of the amount of fruit, or?
It's both. See this? See the top of this tree, top of that branch?
Oh, I see.
It got sunburned after the hurricane. That's west. That west sun was hitting on a bare trunk. That's a problem with mango sometimes.
Okay.
You get if you prune too hard,
Oh,
they
okay.
can sunburn,
Right.
especially the part that faces the afternoon sun.
Right.
What I should have done is get out here with a white paint and just paint
Yeah.
that top.
Yeah.
Also the trunk that faces west, if it's exposed. But that's what happened. You can see that was burned bark, and it weakened it. But that other branch is leaning down. It's loaded.
Yeah.
I'll cut it, and it'll correct itself.
Right.
It is healing. You see it even hit this part right there. That's sunburned too.
I see.
I've seen it before. So when you hard prune, that can happen.
Okay.
Unfortunately, gosh. That's probably $20 worth of fruit on it. This, I have a few that after the hurricane, I think they had some root damage, and they're showing some nutritional deficiency.
I see that. Oh,
I need to give this one some micronutrients this year and get it out of that. There's a few trees along here that did the same thing. So yeah, all these bananas are going to the worms.
Okay.
Chop
and drop.
I'll take the top
Right.
and use it as a chop and drop.
Okay.
Take the stems going in the worm bin.
Yeah, they're so shaded. They almost look too skinny to bear fruit. They would probably drop.
The other thing that happens, you're right. They move up.
Right. They're chasing the sun.
Every time, no, the root.
Ah.
See, it doesn't come. The pups don't come off the bottom.
Right.
They tend to come off the side,
The side of the corn.
and
Okay.
so it comes off the side. So that first generation is 3 inches higher. The next generation, it comes off again,
Okay.
is another 3 inches, and eventually,
Yeah, they're on the surface like that. Yeah, look at that.
so the mother was here.
Right.
So I'm just this is all coming out this year. But the good thing is they actually build soil. Because all that root over the years.
It's going to die off.
This is like 5 years in the ground. And it's been enriching the ground the whole time. Now when I move them out, it'll be ready for that jaboticaba.
Oh, nice. I see you have some pigeon peas here too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tucked in.
What I did, I'm going to give you a bag because I have some varieties you may not have.
Okay. Do you eat them?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, well, you said you lived in St. Croix, so I'm sure you've had arroz gandules.
Sure.
Yeah,
All the
for
time.
sure. We love that.
I especially like it with the fresh green.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I shell them out.
Do you eat them raw or do you cook them?
I've done both, but
Yeah.
I like them in arroz con gandules green rather than dry.
Interesting. That's interesting.
But
Okay.
you only get that during the season.
Right, for sure, when you pick them fresh.
And what I'll do is I'll pick the green, maybe a gallon or two, or, this bag like this. At the end of the day, on my way in,
Yeah.
I'll sit there and drink my one beer,
Yeah.
and watch the news,
Yeah.
and
Inshallah.
I put them in boiling water
Okay.
for about 5-10 minutes,
Uh-huh.
and it softens them up, so you can almost just pop them out.
Right.
And all I want is a cup of rice for me,
Right.
2 people, a cup of rice and a cup of green.
Yeah.
I cook them together. I maybe cook those peas an extra 5 or 10 minutes, and then I put in the rice,
Okay.
and it all comes out together.
Nice.
Yeah, you
That
can't
sounds
beat
good.
that.
Absolutely. I love arroz gandules. We put a little ketchup on it, a little hot sauce.
Hmm.
Serve it with some pork, and you're all set.
Yeah, so after the hurricane, there was no leaves.
Oh, no leaves.
Everything was bare.
Yeah.
All the bananas were down to the ground. All the leaves were off the mango trees. So
Oh, this one's loaded too.
I was luckily, that's another sweet tart.
Yeah.
I was lucky that I had almost 20 pounds of gandula seed dry.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you're able to.
I went up and down every row
Yeah.
and just broadcasted them. I got quite a bit.
Nice.
This year I did another, I've got 18 pounds dry saved up.
So when you plant the gandules, do you just toss them in, or do you actually cover them?
This time I couldn't cover them.
Okay.
It's better if you can cover them,
Oh, okay,
sure.
okay.
But I
But
knew
it's,
that I
but
had
it's not
enough.
necessarily, because if you throw out like 10, 1 or 2 will probably hit, right? Yeah.
Maybe less.
Maybe less. Oh wow.
But I
okay.
had so many,
Right.
and there was a lot of litter on the ground because all those leaves fell off.
Right from the storm.
And so it was kind of fall into the mulch.
Right.
And we still had some rain, so I was able to get a pretty good amount.
Nice.
I haven't picked them all,
Right.
but I picked them. I found a way to thresh out the seed.
Okay.
I stomp on them. I put them in the sun during the dry season, like right now. I stomp on them.
Okay.
I do a little dance
Yeah.
for about half an hour and stomp them.
You do the one or 2 step.
and then I sift them out.
Okay.
And the last step is I put an electric fan
Ah.
and I drop them through that
Right.
airflow, and it blows all the extra stuff
That's
away.
how I seen that done with coffee.
Yeah,
You know how there's a little shell.
the parchment.
Yes, sir. Parchment.
Yep.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I've got goals on coffee too. I got,
Oh yeah, I bought coffee. It's one of the first things I wanted to put in the ground.
I've got a few.
Okay.
I even have a couple of cotton
Well,
plants
look at that. Interesting.
just for fun.
Yeah. My wife will love
But
that.
if I ever need cotton, I got it.
Yeah.
You want some?
I'll take
The
it.
seeds are in there.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Jay.
They grow real easy. And this one is not your regular cotton like they
Okay.
grow. This one is a Caribbean cotton. That's
Okay.
5 years old,
Oh well.
so it'll keep growing for 5 years.
Nice.
And I manage the chaya this way. I let it grow up, and then I chop it down,
Okay.
and it grows back up. That's 5 years old.
Oh wow.
So I've got a lifetime supply of
Yeah.
greens,
For sure.
and it's
You'll-
unstoppable.
You'll never go hungry here, Jay.
It's unstoppable.
Wow. Look at
This
that.
is one I can't chop and drop because every piece is going to grow.
Oh, okay. Is that vigorous then?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
every piece is going to grow. But basically, you could plant it just like this.
Yeah. More like a yucca, no?
And that's all you have. Yes,
Okay.
you could plant it just like that, and
Cool.
it's going to go. I had some in the dry season.
Oh.
I chopped all the top off. I put it out here by the road, and 4 or 5 different people came and got,
Nice.
and they left some, and when the rain started, it was all rooted in. It
Oh,
was
wow.
ready to grow. It just out there in
Jeez.
the sun in the dry season.
It's good to know.
Okay, so there was a time when this whole corner was nothing but longevity spinach,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it.
but it got too shady,
I see, yeah.
and now it's moved out in the sun. So how much greens do I have?
Wow.
I don't really even eat it. I like the chaya better,
Okay.
but this is the longevity, much more vigorous than the Okinawa.
For sure.
But
I see
there's
that.
room for the Okinawa because it's got the color. Let's come over in the shade. So the way I like to grow this one, I cut off the big leaves because that reduces the water
Right. Water loss.
water loss. I've done thousands of these. Not that was thousands. That was probably only a few plants.
Oh, wow.
It keeps moving.
Yeah.
And then I'll take cut it like that
Okay.
and stick these cuttings. You don't have to use any rooting hormone or
Okay.
anything, but you want these side branches
Okay.
started. That's the best piece. And you stick these, once they get rooted, put them out, and don't leave it run long.
Okay.
Start cutting it
Start cutting there.
so it'll branch,
Right.
and that makes the roots thicker.
Okay.
And once it gets going, right now I don't have to even do this anymore.
Right.
All I have to do, if I wanted to plant it, is just come out and do this.
Yeah.
Like this and this. I throw it down. I throw mulch on top of it in the rainy season,
Really
and it'll find there'll be one growing there,
Wow.
maybe more than one.
interesting.
Once you really get a lot of it, it's real easy. This is another one that you should try. It's called 4 o'clocks,
Okay.
and it's a higher strata,
Okay.
but it can chop and drop. I do this.
Now, is it used just for chop and drop, or
Yeah.
is it edible?
It actually smells wonderful at night.
Okay.
It's covered. These are 4 o'clocks. They open at 4 o'clock.
Oh,
in the
okay.
afternoon,
Interesting.
And they open all night. It smells wonderful.
Nice.
But in the ground, it's got like a carrot, and it'll come right back. Even better. Grows easy from these little black seeds. Did you see some?
No, no.
I'll see if I can find it. Yeah, there you go. It grows easy from these little black seeds.
Look at that.
And then
It's like a peppercorn.
it's perennial.
Mhm.
Also, this is the katuk.
Yeah.
It's a little taller strata than
Right.
that. I like to put in plants that they share sun,
Right.
because this one is full sun. It
Right.
likes low.
Mhm.
Although I've actually had this climb up into trees pretty far.
Oh wow.
It doesn't hurt the tree. But then you need some that are a little bit higher, and then you need some that are all the different layers.
Sure.
Remember, you got the layers of the forest?
Yes, sir.
So they all work together. See, this is my main planting of coconut.
Okay.
I've got a row there on the front, and I've got a double row down the drive. And they're just starting to produce. They got set back, like I said. There was no leaves on them after the hurricane.
Right.
It took every leaf, so they had to rebuild. So I'll have a lot of coconuts. I figure 50 every day, 50 every year off
Yeah.
every tree.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds about right.
Something like that. And I like dry coconut. I like oil. I like the cream, the
All
milk.
of it. Yeah.
I drink a few,
Yeah.
but I probably use more
You're
of
gonna
the
mix
dry.
some coconut water with
Make
some rum.
coquitos.
Yes, coquitos.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
So this is the probably I think they're about 15 years old.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Mangoes.
These are the ones that were here before you
Yeah.
purchased. Okay.
So they planted them fairly close. Some of
They
them
don't
are-
look overly big. Are they because of the variety, or is it because they were grafted?
This first row is Valencia Pride.
Oh, those are the ones that
And
do get
it's
big.
the most vigorous.
Oh, okay.
Now I chop them back pretty
I see.
pretty hard. So
Okay.
it seems like I think every 4th year I lose a year because I chop them back so
Right.
much,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and then they come back again.
Okay.
But I didn't do any pruning last year except the hurricane.
Yeah. I mean, they look extremely healthy. Nice thick trunk, very, very green leaves.
Yeah,
doing
they're a
well.
really vigorous type. So in this planting, there's 50 trees and 25 varieties.
Oh, nice.
So this was a nursery, and I don't know if they just did it because they had leftover trees.
I see.
I kind of think these were like 50-gallon trees,
Ah.
which seems to be okay.
Yeah.
But probably that's what happened. They couldn't sell them,
Right.
or they weren't selling. They said, let's just plant them out because they always needed grafting material.
Right. Grafted material. Yeah.
So that's why they had such a range of different fruit. So I've got, they're short on the late varieties, but a lot of early to mid-season varieties.
Nice.
And if you ever need budwood, there's always something available if you ever want to start grafting.
Is that elephant ear or is that taro?
That one actually is an ornamental,
Okay.
but I grow a lot of Yautia,
Okay.
and it's different from taro.
Okay.
That one is not. That one is not the edible, but these
Right.
are. I put some non-edible because the leaf on that one gets. So
Oh, they're
big.
pretty. Yeah. Yeah. My wife definitely wants some around just for the looks.
Well, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't grow those anymore.
No?
But that's the real Yautia,
That's the real deal, huh?
and I put in, I think 150 this year.
Oh, wow.
They propagate real easy.
Yeah.
So
How's your best way to eat yautia?
I haven't got it all down.
No?
I haven't settled on the best. I like crema.
Okay.
I like a soup.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Okay.
Everybody likes it.
You gotta look into the Puerto Rican sancocho recipe.
Sure,
Where it's
soups.
all the different
All kinds
root
of soups
vegetables.
is
Yeah.
great. This is unfortunate. One mango tree died this year. I don't know
Oh.
why.
Interesting.
I don't know why. It's the only one that's ever done that in here.
Okay.
But it gives more room for Valencia Pride.
Yeah.
Which is that one on the end. So, like
Nice.
I say, this is 15 years. I estimate about 15 years old. And when I came, there was nothing underneath. It hadn't been pruned for years. So I reinvigorated them. What you're standing on right now is pigs, wild pig damage.
Yeah.
And boy, they can really do it.
Yes, I can. So, talk to me about this.
Yeah, that is the ideal ground cover for a mature food forest,
Okay.
in my opinion. There's a mix. There's room for a mix, but this one, it doesn't look great right now. We're in the middle of the dry season,
Sure.
and the pigs were in it.
Right.
But it really does well in a mature shady situation. It loves shade.
Okay.
So shade will not hurt it. It looks better and better in the more shade it gets. It doesn't climb, which is good.
Okay.
And in chop and drop, what happens, I chop and drop straight down on it. It finds its way through all the
Branches.
branches.
Okay.
I come back later on the branches and I walk on it. When it's crispy,
All right.
I walk on it and crunch
Breaks
it
it up.
back down, and this keeps it humid and makes it break down.
Okay.
So, and plus it dominates so darn well that really there's not much weeds in here.
Right. I've seen it before because I recognize these, but I can't
Yeah.
I can't remember the name. What is it
Okay,
called?
it's called Piper sarmentosum, or people will call it la lot. The
Okay.
Vietnamese call it la lat.
Lot. Okay.
And it grows so easy.
Now, is this an edible perennial or?
It actually is edible.
Okay.
I don't especially eat it, but I have Vietnamese people that come and pick a whole bag full.
Okay. Nice.
But this is all you
La
have
lat.
to do to grow it. Is take these and you can plant a piece as small as that would be great. I'm going to give that to you.
Awesome.
You should take some
Sure.
and get a start.
Absolutely.
And what happens? It sends a runner
I see
out,
that.
and
And
as
it
it
shoots back
goes,
up.
it roots as it goes, and so it's holding soil real well.
Yeah.
It gives a low ground cover.
It looks pretty too.
There's a theory that trees, it's cooler. You felt it when you came in here.
Yeah. Yeah. For
It's
sure.
cooler. The trees actually have a downdraft,
Okay.
and as the air cools, it falls,
Okay.
and it falls down, and especially even at night, this catches all that and drips it down
Yeah. All
slowly.
the dew. Okay.
And the more surface you have, the more dew you're going to catch
Sure.
during every night,
Well, that makes sense.
and it can add up to quite a bit of water.
Okay.
Now, that's just a theory. Some people think it works that way. Now, we got to remember to get your longevity spinach. How about that? I got late bloom.
Interesting.
on
Look
this
at
one
that.
variety.
And it's fruiting too.
I think this is Tim Sen Mud.
You think there's gonna be a bumper crop here?
No,
No.
actually, this one, I think this is actually an unknown variety.
Oh.
There's a few that I do not know, and this one has a real odd hook
I see that.
on
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
There's a few that I couldn't identify because they were all no tags.
Right.
Most of them I know what they are. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were Hayden. Don't
Okay.
buy Hayden.
Don't buy Hayden?
No.
Interesting.
There's much better mango,
Okay.
and most of your Hayden. That's why I chopped them down.
Okay.
Most of the Hayden gets spots, and you can see a couple of fruit there,
Okay.
and they go bad. It's not worth growing. There's
Okay.
much better. They're really susceptible to some diseases.
Good to know.
It's a pretty good tasting mango. It's been around for 150 years,
Yeah.
100 years, and but there's much better. I'd much rather have a sweet tart than a Hayden. So I did put the Sunshine Mimosa in here,
Okay, I do see some of it. Yeah.
and it was suppressed, but after the hurricane, there it is again.
Yeah,
It survived.
it's there.
So
Yeah.
even with all this other stuff, this,
Yep. Yeah, it has the little orange pods on them.
yeah, get rid of it
Yeah.
any way you can,
Mhm.
because I let 1 year make fruit, and you got it for several years.
Yeah,
after.
dropped it. Yeah.
So when
Is this a type of ginger or galangal or
no, it's just an ornament.
is it ornamental? It's very
So-
pretty. Yeah.
What happened? I didn't have a house, but I knew I was going to want some landscaping.
Okay,
So whenever I found a plant, I would just stick it in here.
I see.
So it's join the party.
Sure.
And this one too. This
Yeah.
one's kind of cool. I kind of like it.
Mhm.
It's also a mix in the ground cover.
Biodiversity is good.
Yeah. This one actually flowers. These have a lot of
Okay.
nectar,
Oh,
and
okay.
the bees like them.
Good.
It flowers in the winter time, or after the winter time. So this is what I'm working this month. It's my last plot.
Holy bananas.
Yeah. This is my last plot of the 4 acres
Yeah.
to plant.
Nice. Wow.
And I'm doing a different style.
Dang, Jay, you put in a lot of work here.
Yeah. So
No kidding when you say you don't need to hit the gym.
So this plot is 2.5 years old.
Oh wow. Okay.
I did have it planted in trees, fruit trees, in these raised beds,
Okay.
but I lost them. Some I lost in the hurricane.
Okay.
Some I lost last summer.
Okay.
So I'm replanting
Okay.
trees.
So what is this one here?
Guanabana.
Guanabana.
Yeah, I had more. I had the whole row of Guanabana. I lost most of them.
Makes a good fruit juice.
So I've got 3 here in this row. I've got a few on that row.
What's the variety of banana you have here?
This is Burro,
Burro. Okay.
Orinoco.
Orinoco.
And that's what I'm giving you,
Okay.
because if there was a pup here too close to that tree or over there,
Right.
I removed it.
Right.
I'm growing these as much as anything else for biomass.
Okay.
And some shade.
Right.
But they also make fruit.
Yeah.
So,
They make fruit.
so I'm getting a little bit of everything
Sure.
out of them. I didn't manage them properly. I didn't thin them out enough. But as I'm working, I did that bed first. I'm working this way.
Okay.
And I've got 6 done so far out of 10 rows. This is a 1 acre, 10 rows, 100 feet long. And I put in the legume trees down the middle. I lost a few due to the hurricane, but that's where the stakes are. And I'll put in more.
So these legume trees are more for like the nitrogen fixing element of it?
This one's not a legume, actually. This one's called silky oak.
Oh.
And it's just an experiment. I plant new things all the time.
Yeah. Fiddling with stuff, huh?
I collect new stuff and
It's
see.
very interesting foliage on it. It's actually pretty.
It's pretty.
Yeah, very pretty.
I can't remember where it's from. It's actually a timber tree.
Is it a hardwood?
Yes, it
Interesting.
can be used for timber.
Okay.
But the seeds are tiny.
Interesting.
Tiny little seeds.
Now, just like its name implies, is it an oak family?
No.
No, it's not an oak
They
family.
call it silky oak. I think they call it silky oak because of the lumber.
Okay.
Resembles oak in some way. But
And how old is this specimen here?
this whole planting is 2.5 years,
So it's grown this much in 2.5 years?
including a hurricane.
Oh, wow.
Chopped it right here.
And how big was it when you put it in? Like a little
1 gallon.
1 gallon pot? That's a pretty good grower. Wow.
Yeah, it is, and it was pretty. They've been pretty hurricane resistant. I don't think I lost any of them,
Interesting.
so that was a good thing.
Wow.
So yeah, the first row there is lemon meringue, mango.
Okay.
There's seven trees in that first row. It's a little shorter than this one is Cherry-Lata,
Okay.
which is a new Annona fruit.
Okay.
Then this is kind of a mix. I've got some Cherry-Lata, I've got some sugar apple and Guanabana. This row on the left is custard apple and
Which is like
Cherry-Lata.
red custard apple?
yeah,
I love that fruit.
yeah. I got a really good red one from Miami Fruit,
Yes.
and it's a dark red inside.
Nice.
So they're seedlings. So I've got a little weight on those.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably about 5 years.
Yeah.
Then this is a grafted Cherry-Lata, which is kind of a new fruit. It's a cross between custard apple and cherimoya. So it's a completely new fruit, although people like it. The people have tested it. I've never eaten one.
Okay.
I planted 17 of them.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if,
A little bit of faith there, huh?
yeah, I don't know if many people have 17 of them, but I do.
Interesting.
And so the layout of this is these beds with trees,
Mm-hmm.
and in between each tree I put in a Yaltia.
Okay.
So they've all got real nice, good size Yaltia pups,
Okay.
and they're gonna make good amount, even
Okay.
this first year.
Okay.
And everything is irrigated. This is all irrigated.
Okay.
It's underneath the mulch.
Okay. And you're gonna keep irrigating it through its whole life, or just during the start phase?
Probably after 3 years, 4 years, they won't need it.
Right.
But I'll leave it there
Yeah.
in case
there's
I
a
get a bad drought.
year. Sure.
I could do it. I'll show you the way I set this up, and it's a really simple, cheap irrigation. It's a hillbilly emitter.
We like cheap stuff.
It's called a hillbilly irrigation.
Okay.
I'm an engineer.
Yeah, good.
And so I figured how can I make the cheapest irrigation possible?
Right.
And I got it down to like 50 cents a piece.
Nice.
Or maybe even less.
Wow.
So this is